Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early May 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for Scorpio gang out there. I hope everyone's doing fabulous and fantastic. Let's see what we got, my guides. Talk to us. What do we got for the Scorpio collective here in early May? It is our zodiacal counterparts season right now, Taurus. So there's a lot of things affecting Scorpio astrology at this time. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio in early May. Please and thank you. What energies, what messages do you got for us, my guides, please? Get this first card popping real quick. There we go. Thank you. There's a big focus here. For some of you, you could be in hermit mode about something, but there's also a big focus. Whether you're focused on something or someone's focused on you, this card is very powerful in that regard. Okay, the alchemist is up to something, that's for sure. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk a little bit more about this card. And I always say that this card to me reminds me of the Hermit. So if you are connected to a Virgo, maybe this is them showing up here, but this is the alchemist. Notice this individual has the alchemical symbol for the sun right over the third eye. It represents illumination. And this hermit or alchemist is looking at that potion, looking at that creation. So we have a lot of powerful themes showing up for us right here. One, like I said, some of you might just be in hermit mode, pulling back your energy in regards to something, doing your own thing. For another portion of you, you could be working on something or purposely manifesting when this energy is here as well. There's good energy surrounding that for Scorpio. But as I already mentioned, notice that extreme focus that this hermit has on that potion. So for a portion of you, you might be under somebody's microscope, or someone might be under yours. You might be keeping tabs about something, or like I said, someone just could be watching your moves, whether it's in interpersonal relationships or work. Let's just leave it at that. We're not going to overcomplicate it. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get it going. 3 cards to start for Scorpio. Please, my guides. And yeah, let's shuffle it up here. And while we shuffle the deck up and get it set, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was surrounding communication last week. The reading was titled A Serious Talk. So whether you've had one, whether you're planning on having one, some of you it was unplanned, but it felt like there was some sort of serious topic that needed to be discussed. Okay, now, as I always say, doesn't mean you definitely had to have one, but Spirit was pointing at it like, maybe this is something you should talk about, Scorpio. But we're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else. Let's get it going. 3 cards to start for Scorpio gang. Gods and Spirit team, what do you got for us here? Okay, Hanged Man, more Virgo energy. So there's a lot of Virgo energy here. That's another card that could be Scorpio too. And this is also watching. Okay, so similar, very similar to that alchemist. There's someone watching something. Okay, let's get a couple more. And when we get it with the very first 2 cards, if we get the Page of Swords, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah, now we have the Magician, which is also, like, when you combine these 2 cards, it's just like this one we had in the front end. So we're kind of getting a congruent theme here already. Okay. 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is good. This could be a good end result. Or we could be talking about somebody in your circle of influence, okay? So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I already gave you some of my thoughts as the cards were popping out, that we have these 2 cards that kind of link into that very first oracle card about manifesting and creating and somebody watching something. We also have this water on the edge. So there's a lot of archetypes we're going to want to look at here, because there's two powerful major arcana starting us. There's energy of other people in the mix here. So we could be looking at several different things, Scorpio. So let's go through one by one and really start to build this out. So position number one, the Hanged Man. As I already mentioned, to me, this is one of the energies I link with Virgo or Scorpio. So in my simplistic style of reading, when we clarified, it could tell us something that's coming towards us, a way we might be feeling. But the Hanged Man is a retracted, pulled back type of energy. It's not making any actions yet. It's not doing anything at the moment. So it's not really in flight. It's not really in motion. Sometimes in its roughest case scenario, this could be a stuck energy. In its roughest case scenario, the Hanged Man could be somebody that puts the happiness of others above themselves. So you might be the type of person where you sacrifice your happiness for that of others whenever we see the Hanged Man. But it's a strategist, it's a planner, it's a watcher. So I can't get away from that message whenever I see the Hanged Man, especially with what we had with the very first card, that there might be something you were paying very close attention to, or there is somebody paying very close attention to you, or strategizing, something in that realm. So we'll absolutely need to dig into this further. I feel like the clarifier for that Hanged Man is going to be extra important within the context of this reading. Now, moving to the center, we have another complex card, complex yet simple, in the Magician. Now, if we're going with the most simplistic terms of this card, the Magician could just represent manifestation, manifesting, creating, co-creating, bringing things into your life. And I love the Magician for things like that. So just know, for a lot of Scorpios in this time, your powers of creation could be very much heightened. When we combine the Magician with that Hanged Man, there's no confusion in what you want. There's no confusion in the outcome that you want. Like deep down on the inside, you know what the optimal outcome for you is. And the Magician tells us that we could really have it. We could have what we want. We could really bring it forth. For a portion of us, we might really be extra into anything spiritual or ritualistic in this time when the Magician is in the mix. Take that however it hits for you, but the rougher side of this Magician is that it could represent control. So whether you're trying to control your life, control a situation, hopefully this isn't somebody trying to control you. You don't really want to walk down that road against a Scorpio, try to control things, but we'll just leave it at that. This Magician could be very good though. That's the one thing I'm saying. Now, as we get to the back end, we have the Three of Cups. And I feel personally that this could be a really happy ending for this reading, possibly. This is one of my cards of happiness, celebration, joyousness, merriment. This is a really positive card. So I think of wins and victories and a cause to celebrate. Really nice. But at the same time, there's a dark side to this card as well. The Three of Cups could represent overindulgence. This card could represent habits. So whether it's habitual thinking or habits in general, those might be being highlighted in this time. So just take that for what it's worth. And since it is a 3, it could be speaking about somebody in your circle of influence. So whether that is a friend, whether that is a coworker, someone that you are connected to, even loosely, with this Three of Cups. So it seems like we have a lot of stuff going on. Like this Hanged Man could be keeping an eye on this, or someone could be keeping an eye on you. It all really depends here, Scorpio. So I really want to dive deeper on all this. Let's jump in and clarify. All right. Let's get a good shuffle here for Scorpio, please, my guides. What's going on for my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Hanged Man here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Hanged Man time. Talk to me about that Hanged Man. This could be a variety of different things about to pop out here. Where's that Hanged Man? What is with this Virgo energy, my friends? What is with this Virgo energy? We do have the Hermit in reverse. And it's reminding me of like a meme I've seen before where it's like somebody poking something with a stick, like, do something, do something. Why don't you do something? Like, are you going to do the thing? It's like the oddest type of energy, but we do have the Hermit in reverse underneath this Hanged Man. So it's like we have a triple down of this type of energy. So I am going to tell you, there could absolutely be somebody trying to gauge your reaction or watching to see if you give a reaction. Now, what does that tell us in turn? Watch out for other people and their motives in this time, okay? And I'm not saying that to like induce any sort of paranoia or distrust or anything like that, but just the way this is making me feel, it's like this person's watching to see like if this person's going to emerge, if this person's going to do something. So just know like there could be somebody keeping eyes on you or a situation. I've been feeling it since the beginning, and I'm going to keep telling you the message as it comes out. Now, the Hermit in reverse can sometimes represent somebody coming out of their shell, you know, like somebody coming forth, popping up out of their shell. So when I see the Hanged Man with the Hermit in reverse, it's like somebody waiting, like, all right, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to make a move. Once you make a move, then it's on type of energy. So take that however it hits, Scorpio. It's the oddest thing. Now, once again, if that doesn't connect for you, if that's not you, that could be somebody else trying to gauge your reaction or how you're moving or how you're taking something. So just, I mean, it could go both ways, right? Especially with all this strong Virgo and Scorpio energy that we're picking up right here in the front. Okay, so we're just going to keep moving forward. I feel like, yeah, it's either someone watching or somebody waiting on a reaction, like do something, do something. So let's see what the Magician has for us here. Just waiting on the cue. So let's see what this manifestation's about. Quick. Temperance. Okay, so you might feel like something's being delayed or something could be taking a little longer than you like, but this isn't bad energy. This is really good. Another thing I want to mention to you, regardless of who or what is keeping tabs or keeping eyes on you, when we have the Magician and the Temperance card in the upright, this is telling me that you are divinely protected, spiritually protected, whether you realize it or don't. This is the Archangel Michael here in the Temperance card, the defender, the protector, and it feels really good to me. So for a portion of you, you might have certain items that you wear for protection. That's like a thing we could pick up here. And Spirit could be saying, yeah, that's a good idea, Scorpio. Keep doing that. If that's something you're not doing, whether it's a cross necklace or crystals, whatever you feel helps spiritually protect you, you might want to just, I don't want to say double down on it. Just make sure you're holding on to it and wearing it. Now, Temperance, I did already mention, aside from that whole thing about spiritual protection, it is a slow card. It is like your patience being tested in one way or another. So when I see it underneath this Magician, there could be something that's not really moving to your liking. You might feel like something's delayed or something's not manifesting. It's not coming forth, which makes more sense with what we have here up front. But the one thing I will say is that it's being created. Because notice what that Temperance card is doing. The Archangel Michael is doing alchemy, literally, like pouring the water from between the cups. If you look into the deeper symbolism of the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy, there's an alchemical aspect to it, just bringing your attention back to this big consistent theme we've been seeing. So when I think of things happening alchemically, it's something being created. So just know something for you, something you've been manifesting. It's like baking. It's like baking in the oven. That's kind of the vibe. So take that however it hits, Scorpio. We're going to keep moving forward. There's good divine protection, though. So let's see what that Three of Cups has to say. So why is that Three of Cups here? Then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. I mean, this is probably the most unique reading I've done this week. I mean, that usually happens with Scorpio readings. Okay, quick. Yeah, and then here's the breakthrough. This is the breakthrough. Okay, so there is something for you that is destined. There is something that is, I don't want to get too poetic and say like, oh, it's written in the stars or anything like that. But when I see the Seven of Pentacles, the karmic card in reverse underneath the Three of Cups, it's like, all right, you will be satiated. You will get what you want. You will feel good about it too. Okay, so whether you're in this stage of something, the early stages, like waiting on a cue, waiting on something to happen, or being patient, I feel like this is a breakthrough in the end. So for a lot of Scorpios, the Three of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, massive energy of a breakthrough straight up. So whether it's work related, whether it's interpersonal connections or romance, you name it, Seven of Pentacles in reverse is like, boom, go time. Here we go. You don't have to wait anymore. So this big, powerful breakthrough energy in the end. And I feel like this is very, very simplistic. Now, okay, now we're going to get into the other message that I'm feeling, and only take this if it hits. If there is somebody keeping tabs on you, if there is someone waiting on a reaction or watching you or just peeping out, just seeing what's going on, they're going to reveal their hand. Okay, that's another message I got to give here. So yeah, I do have that breakthrough for you and a good thing coming in. But whoever this is, whatever this energy is, they're going to reveal their hand. So it's like you're going to have proof that this person was keeping tabs, or they're going to straight up tell you, like, yeah, no, I've been checking in. It's like giving me an odd feeling like that. So take it for what it's worth there, Scorpio. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Lots of little nuance to this week's reading. So much Hermit energy, Virgo energy, alchemy energy. So these are things that are just coming out of nowhere. You take them however they hit for you. But position number one, we have the Hanged Man with the Hermit in reverse. I did say to me, it felt like somebody poking something with a stick, like do something, waiting on you to do something. So you might be waiting on somebody to give you the green light or make a move to show you that something is okay. For another portion, I did say somebody could be gauging your reaction or wait, like seeing how you respond to things, or you could be doing that to someone else. It's all however it fits your situation, but there's someone watching something straight up. Moving to the center, we have the Magician with Temperance in the upright. Very powerful divine protection here. So just know that you are, maybe Spirit wants you to continue wearing something or keeping something with you that ups your energetic protection. It's a very specific message, so only take it if it hits. But another vibe I was picking up, if there's something that you're manifesting or trying to create or bring into your experience, it's baking, like it's gonna come. And as we get to the back end, we have the Three of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Boom, this energy finally breaks through very quickly. So you will get this result, or you will get what you want, for sure. That's how it feels back there. But another thing, if there is somebody keeping tabs or vice versa, we already went through it. This tells me that their hand will be revealed, or you will know about it. You'll have proof and all that good stuff. So do with that information what you will, Scorpio. Please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. And lots of little intricate messages this week. So hopefully it hits. Right? So let's see what's in the shadows for Scorpio. And yeah, I always like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see just yet. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, though. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my members. I really do. So let's get you one shadow card here for Scorpio. What's happening? All right, I'm happy it's not the Hermit, right? We've been getting tons of Hermit energy, but this kind of feeds into the reading as well. We have the Eight of Wands. Beautiful. I feel like this is great. Now, for a portion of you, this could revolve around communication. If you've been waiting on communication or waiting on a talk or anything along those realms, Spirit could be saying like, hey, it's coming towards you. This is a card of action, and I feel like it ties in perfectly with what we have going on here on the back end. The Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because this is a very fast-moving card, and it could be things breaking through or breaking wide open. So I feel like we're getting that reiteration from Spirit, like, listen, Scorpio, if you're waiting to talk to this person, don't worry, you're gonna. Or if you're waiting on a breakthrough of some sort, whether it's in work or any other situation, it's coming. Okay, that's the big thing with the Eight of Wands. It could be very spontaneous and fiery as well, so keep that in mind. In this time with the Eight of Wands as your shadow card, you might be a little more spicy than you normally are, right? You might be a little more temperamental, but I don't feel like this is anything too bad. I think it's linking in with that breakthrough energy we've been picking up. So yeah, Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a one-on-one personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar at mastermetaphysics.com. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing a winner's choice this month, my friends. 2 lucky subscribers will get their choice of either the Everyday Witches Tarot, which is a wonderful deck. It's one of my favorites. Or you can choose a crystal pendant of your choice from my website. They're homemade. The energy is luscious. They're beautiful. So it's winner's choice there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments where in the world you are from. You don't have to give me your home address or anything like that. It could be your country, state, province, whatever it might be. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you again soon.